One of the first questions everyone asks when they hear about DevOps is, how long does this actually take? And I want to answer that properly because the internet is full of extremes. So some people say 6 weeks, some people say 2 years. So let's talk about what actually happens for most people. First, you need to understand this. DevOps is not something you memorize. It's something you build up layer by layer. You're learning how systems behave, how things break, and how to fix them. And that takes time, but it's not endless. For someone starting from zero technical background, the realistic timeline to become job ready for a junior DevOps role is usually 6 to 12 months. Not because it's impossible to do faster, but because this is the amount of time it takes for things to actually click. Let me break that down for you clearly. In the first 1 to 3 months, most people are just learning how things work. This is where you get comfortable with Linux, understanding basic networking, learning Git, wrapping your head around how the internet actually works. At this stage, nothing feels smooth yet. You're slow, you forget commands, you feel like you're not progressing, and that's absolutely normal. You're building foundations. In the next 2 to 4 months, things start connecting. You begin learning cloud concepts properly, deploying simple applications, using Docker, touching infrastructure as code, seeing how CI/CD fits into everything. This is the phase where people either push through or quit, because you're no longer just following tutorials, you're starting to think. Mistakes happen here, confusion happens here, but this is also where confidence starts forming. In the next 2 to 4 months, this is where people become job ready. Not experts, job ready. This is where you build real projects, deploy things end to end, break and fix systems, you automate workflows, you understand why things work, not just how. By this point, you can explain the decisions, talk through problems, and show evidence of real work. That's what hiring managers care about. Now, here's something important. Most people don't fail because DevOps is too hard. They fail because they rush, skip steps, or learn in the wrong order. They jump to Kubernetes too early. They collect tools instead of understanding systems. They watch videos without building anything. That's what stretches the timeline unnecessarily. Now, let's talk about people who might already have some technical background. If you already work in IT, you've done some coding in the past, you have used Linux, and you've worked with cloud tools, your timeline is often closer to 3 to 6 months because you're not starting from scratch. You're filling gaps. Now, let me say this clearly. DevOps is not something you finish learning. Even senior engineers are learning constantly, but job ready does not mean knowing everything. It means knowing enough to contribute early. That's the bar. Now, one more thing that really matters. Time alone doesn't make you job ready. Structure does. 2 people can both spend 6 months learning DevOps. One follows a clear path, builds projects, and understands why things work. The other jumps around randomly and stays confused. Same time, very different outcomes. That's why doing this alone is where people struggle. Not because they're incapable, but because they don't know what to focus on at each stage. There's a clear roadmap of doing this properly, what to learn, in what order, and why, but that's a full breakdown all on its own. I've already explained that in another video right here, which you can watch next. But this video is just about setting expectations. If you can consistently put in a few focused hours a day, learn in the right order, and actually build things, becoming job ready in DevOps is very achievable within a year. If you're looking for shortcuts, this isn't it. But if you're looking for a real stable career with long-term growth, this timeline is more than reasonable. If this helped, save this video. Most people need to hear this explanation before they decide whether they're serious or not. And when you're ready to understand how to do this step by step, watch this next video. I explain it properly here.